These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world you shall have tribulation. But be of good cheer, I have overcome the world. John chapter 14, verse 27. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give unto you. Not as the world giveth, give I unto you. Let not your heart be troubled, neither let it be afraid. We are looking on the topic, peaceful peace. That is the peace that passeth all understanding. That is the peace that cannot be described with the language of man. That is the peace that is of heaven. Peace that was given back to in heaven and brought down to the earth. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate such a wonderful day. The enemies of humanity fought so hard that it will never take place on earth. But today, they see their shame. They see their defeat. They see their ridicule. They're somewhere crying. And all their efforts, all these years on earth, has been defeated. And that's why we're here today, to celebrate this peaceful peace. That is peace in its fullest. The peace we are talking about today cannot be given to anyone by the world. The world is into bankruptcy so long as the peace we are talking about today is consigned. Only Jesus have the gift we talk about. Only heaven have the gift we talk about. You see the cajole that the world does to the people. Sometimes you see a poor man and his friends will cajole him and make you happy. Follow me, we'll give you money. And they lure the poor boy that has so bright a future ahead of him. But because it is not yet his time to assess what belongs to him, they lure him into occultism. And from occultism, they lure him into ritual. And they perform the rituals they ask him to perform. Now, you see in his hand and his bank account some money there, but no peace. Inside, brand new vehicle with air condition on the highest volume, he's still sweating. In the night, he will not go home on time after the close of work. He will branch to clubs, he will branch to drinking hall, he will branch to pepper soup joint to while away time, because he is afraid of what he will encounter if he goes home in the night. You see some ladies goes to the shrine, to the herbalist, to the coven of witchcraft, because they are in a hurry to have a man called their husband. And they tie some red clothes, they tie some white clothes, they visit the ocean, they visit the sea and river, and they visit some forest and places. And now a man is given unto them. The man is blind, not knowing he has married. And two of them are in a home, living as cats and rats. The peace we are talking about today is a peace with settlement. The peace that conquers the trouble and the disturbances of life. The peace that rejoices when storm is around. The peace that cannot be disturbed by the physical activities that life will throw at you. Before Jesus came to the world to give us this peace that we are talking about today, there was no single peace whatsoever on earth. Only pieces. Destruction, killing, fighting, war, and all that. We had only on earth before he came wars, confusions, shedding of blood. Before he came, it was killing and destruction. It was grave and tears. It was burial and hopelessness. It was cloud of anger everywhere. All the inhabitants of Jacob were swallowed up. The stronghold of the daughters of Judah was thrown down in its wrath. The horn of Israel was cut off in his fierce anger. Jacob was allowed to be burned in the flaming fire which devoured him round about. He bent his bow like an enemy. He stood with right hand as an adversary. He slew all that were pleasant to the eyes in the tabernacle of the daughter of Zion. He poured out his fury like fire. He increased in the daughters of Judah mourning and lamentation. He swallowed up Israel. He swallowed up all her palaces, destroyed his stronghold. He violently take away the tabernacle of Jacob as if it were a garden. He destroys his places of assembly. He caused the solemn feast and the Sabbath to be forgotten in Zion. The altar was cast off. The sanctuary was abhorred. The walls of the daughter of Zion was left in the hands of the enemy to do whatsoever that pleases them. He made the lineaments and the walls to lament. They languished together. Her gates were sunk into the ground. He destroyed and broke her bars. The law is no more. Her prophets find no vision from the Lord. The virgins of Jerusalem hung down their heads to the ground. Eyes do fail with tears. Bowels are troubled. Livers is poured out upon the earth. The destruction of the daughters of the people of Israel were much. The children and the sucklings swoon in the streets of the city. They say to their mothers, "Where is corn and wine?" When they swooned, as they wounded in the streets of the city, when their souls was poured out into their mother's bosom, bones were broken, flesh and skin were made old. People were set in dark places, as they that be dead of old. People were hedged about, that they cannot go out. People's chains of captivity were made heavy. People's paths were made crooked. People were filled with bitterness, and they were made to be drunken with wormwood. People's teeth were broken with gravel stones, and people's soul were removed far from peace. People forget prosperity because of the unpleasant situation in the land, people's strength and hope was made to perish. This was the hope, the situation of the people before Jesus brought the peace that is now made to flow like a river. The peace that is now made peaceful peace in our own time, in our own season. We go through all this for we to understand the weight of what we are here today